Hey guys, I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July. Haven't had much updates. I just had a very busy last month or so. I just got back from the Mango Festival in West Palm Beach, Florida too. It was a great time. I had a group of us, about a dozen of us from California that I knew that we met up and shared some mango tasting together. It was an amazing time. We had a great time there. So wanted to give you guys an update on my trees right now, and I wanted to give you guys an update on the most productive one right now. It's the biggest surprise for me this year, and I'll show it to you guys right now. This is the my old Turpentine rootstock, which I don't recommend for you guys to kind of grow stuff on turpentine. I was kind of begin by stating that, but everything on this tree this year, everything worked out perfect in terms of the timing of that second rebloom. I sprayed that, so all these flowers you see, all these fruitlets you see on this, these are all second reblooms on it, and the timing just worked out perfectly. I had a chance to spray like a couple times after that too when it bloomed, and it's just really looks amazingly productive right now. I mean, just 10% of this stuff sticks around, I would be so happy. So let's see, let's kind of go around. Let's take a look at everything and let's see. So let's see, let's start off right here. So this is cack right here. All these fruitlets right here. This is cack right here. Oh, I did see something. I have been getting drops on these, but these drops are not like the usual kind of like nubbin drops. These has been like, I feel like I'm gonna cut this one open and it'll be like a full embryo. So these drops has been drops just because it's been just overloaded with fruitlets. First, it's kind of like drops where it's nubbins, it wasn't gonna hold, it was gonna just fall off anyway. Yeah, look at this. I'm still a bit surprised this drop. This was a huge fruit. This one is very citrusy. This feels like it must have been a drop from, gosh, I'm not sure where this dropped from, but it's very citrusy, like a zest. Definitely one of those zesty ones, citrus zesty ones. So my guess would be this would probably came from the coconut cream that I have grafted here. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's kind of take a look at some. So this is cack, looking really productive. Let's take a look inside here. This is Golden Queen Jinhuang. Look at this. And look at the size of these fruitlets. Look at that. And these actually look like they're gonna be full-size fruits on these. The shape and everything looks right. You know, it's huge. So, and even my original variety on here, which was Nom Duck by number 4. Look at that. Look at that right there. These are all non-nubbins. To tell by the shape, these look really clean. Okay, so that's a few of the varieties. Let me just grab this one right here. So this one's Zabda right there. Look at that, looking good. This is Pim Seng Mun. Looks like there's one fruitlet's on this. Don't know it's gonna hold, but well, that came off. It wasn't gonna hold. So Pim Seng Mun right there, that came off. Don't count that. Here's my coconut cream. Right here, coconut cream. Well, I think it's coconut cream. Might be off until I get to taste the variety on it. And then this right here is Bennett Alfonso. So check out the Bennett Alfonsos right here. This cluster right here. So this is Bennett Alfonso. Looking really awesome too. Let's keep on going. More coconut cream. I hope it's coconut cream. Here's the Loris. I have some pretty good fruit sets on the Loris on here. Look at it. Doing much better than my other graft, which didn't set anything. Here's the Loris. Lots of it. See, lots of it. All beginning to thin. They are beginning to thin themselves out. Okay, the Loris. Let's keep on going. have some, had Angie here, but they all fell off. They all thin, and every single one of the fruits, when I checked on it, didn't really have an embryo. See, like just like that empty. So it wouldn't have made it to full size maturity anyways, you know. The Angie was an early bloomer and set what was just nubbins. So here's Graham. Some looks like they're gonna fall off and stuff, but there's many that looks like it's gonna hold. Looking pretty good. Here is a variety called 2TU, but you can see it's getting hit by powdery mildew right now. Bit surprised I was getting hit by powdery mildew. Unfortunately, this is a variety that is used as rootstock quite often in Taiwan. Okay, here's my orange sherbet. None of it. I think there was a few blooms, but none of it really held. But it is pushing out some new flushes right here. Orange sherbet. Here's buttercream right here. Buttercream has begun to thin itself out a bit, but the ones that's holding looks really nice. There's some ST Maui right there. ST Maui. All that right there. And let's see, these are all non-duck-mine number 4. Look at this right here. And here's some more non-duck-mine number 4. Kind of like a crazy grape-like cluster right there. Very healthy fruit. All these secondary blooms did an amazing job. Here is a seedling selection from my friend June. It's a Pyramid seedling from Cambodia. I also have a version of my seedlings. Our fruits are totally different, and it's also doesn't seem like it's true to anything that's going around as the original, you know, strain, original variety in Cambodia itself. So when I had this fruit, it reminded me of a non-duck-mine with a kind of queso Alfonso finish. That's what it reminded me of. So I'm gonna have some more fruits this year. So well, I'm gonna have some more fruits for the first time, so let's see how this goes. But got lots of it there, and even up here too. Okay, let's keep on going. Here's ambrosia. Lots of the fruits has thinned itself out on this. This one looks good. The rest of them look like it's gonna fall. This one came off. Just breaking this off. Didn't want it to break off, but at least that branch didn't do much. But here's the natural ambrosia that seems to be holding. I really don't know. I don't like kind of tying branches up, but this Turpentine Rootstock is so weepy right now that I'm gonna have to eventually tie most of this stuff up. If not, I'm pretty sure the branches are gonna break. So here's some more ambrosia. And check this out right here. Some more little gem. Look at that. And this branch gave fruit for me last year. Didn't even flush any kind of vegetation through winter. So, and then now here's more flowering and fruiting. So this branch has not had any kind of vegetation in, like, I guess it's about a year and a half, probably gonna go into 2 years now. But there is some vegetation, a little bit more vegetation here on the top. So let's see, here's another non-duck-mine from this viewpoint. Here's some maha. Look at the maha right here. Good. I have some okra right here. Here's some okra. Looking pretty cool. Okra. Here's a sugarloaf. Some sugarloaf here. And check out all these sweet tart. Lots of this look like it's gonna thin itself out, but very nice clusters of sweet tart. These didn't have anything going on. I had a hard time getting most of the branches of the sweet tart to rebloom, but the ones that did rebloom set some impressive fruitlets right now. But I'm seeing a lot of yellowing. I think that I think lots of it's gonna end up thinning itself out. But just kind of take a look at that. That's sweet tart right there. Sweet tart. Some more sweet tart, like grape-like clusters. You know. So the branches that did rebloom set an amazing amount of fruits. And let's see what else do I got here. Here's an orange essence. Fruitlet's still on. The lots of it has thin. There's a few left. Hoping it sticks. And here's another cluster of lime duck vine number 4. So, I guess that's the update for now. I think that kind of captures up. I forgot. Here's some Super Julie right here. Super Julie. So this one looks like they're gonna make it. I'm hoping. I have not got a full-size Super Julie yet. It's a very good grower. It doesn't seem to pick up any kind of diseases. You know, you don't see the powdery mildew, but it just produces tons of nubbins, and the timing of it's always at least off in my area. It's so off in my area with the timing every time. Even when I try to get it to rebloom, sometimes it's a little bit late and doesn't want to rebloom. But hopefully out of this I get, you know, a couple full-size fruits, you know, because my other large graft didn't really set anything. Everything thinned itself out. Everything was nubbins. Everything had no embryo. So, alright guys, so I mean, that's an update for now. This is looking very promising. I'm very happy with this fruit set for this tree. It's probably the most production I have had in this tree for the 30 years I had it. It just looks really, really amazing. And all these different varieties out here I'm going to get to taste. Some of it's going to be me tasting it for the first time. Some of it's just me like fruiting it for the first time. Alright guys, well, thanks for checking out the video.